In the corner, it's your boy. It's Kavi's Corner.
Hello, welcome to day 10 of Kavi's Corner, your daily Australian Open Roundup show. We have all the news, all the exciting ongoings of the tournament. My name is Kavi. Thank you for joining me on the Game to Love Tennis podcast channel / network. Hey, just want to let you know that we have a goal here on the network. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. We're only about 400 away. We're trying to make that goal a reality by the end of this tournament. So please give us a like, please give us a subscribe, and we appreciate all of your engagement. So should we get to it? Yeah, I think we should. Let me see here. Oh, actually, that's for later. All right, we're going to kick it off with, come on, you guys know what we're going to kick it off with. We're going to kick it off with the man of the hour, the man who is looking for a 10th Australian Open crown. His name is Novak Djokovic. So we're going to kick it off right here. We've got from @Jose Morgado saying 9 times Australian Open champion Novak Djokovic is back into the semis after beating Andre Rublev 6-1, 6-2, 6-4 in 2 hours. It's actually 2 hours and 5 minutes. He was incredibly good once again. Too good. 26 wins in a row now at the Australian Open, which ties Andre Agassi's record, as well as 39 consecutive wins in Australia. Unbelievable. Novak is an absolute machine, and we're going to get into his match a little bit more in depth, but look at that. Calm, cool, and there he is with a nice little fist pump. All right, up next, also on Novak, we've got Patrick Mouratoglou, coach of the stars, some of them, says, I love how at Joker Nole starts the match playing almost exclusively on Andre Rublev's forehand, like a boxer who would tell the opponent, go for it, hit me, I am not scared. Yeah, Novak, man, smash mouth tennis, really tough to play this man when he is in the mood that he seems to have been in the last couple of rounds. A little bit more on Novak here, just because that performance was so dominant. This is from former British world #1 Greg Ruzetsky saying, Djokovic showing us why he is the heavy favorite. Rublev A-game, not good enough. You need to have offensive, defensive skills, variety, and the willingness to come forward at the right moments. Basically, you need to do everything well to beat Novak at a slam. Yeah, couldn't have put it any better. Novak is on right now. Like, every part of his game seems on. Hamstring, no problem. His serve is crazy. He's so tight on serve. I'll get more into that. And also his second serve, there's a variety that he's showing in there, which I'll also get into in the match analysis. It's very impressive. But let's get on to the women. We've got, let's see here. We've got KC. I'm just going to check in with our comments. KC is saying, your ladies' pick is doing well, Kavi. Yes, KC, and thank you for sharing. Thanks for coming in and saying hi as well. The reason I played that comment is because check this out. Boom! Aryna Sabalenka defeats Donna Vekic. So from @Tennis Podcast, Aryna Sabalenka defeats Donna Vekic 6-3, 6-2, 4 semifinals in her last 6 slams, quickly becoming reliable in the majors. So there you have it, folks. Aryna Sabalenka rolls on. I'm going to do another in-depth analysis on this one as well, because even though it was a pretty tidy scoreline, 6-3, 6-2 there, the match wasn't as easy as it may have looked. Both players are kind of struggling to find their rhythm, and there's a nice photo of Aryna Sabalenka. So we'll get into that in a little bit. And then up next, we have Magda, baby. Magda Linette here from the @WTA Insider. Magda Linette continues her seed slaying run in Melbourne to book her first major semifinal at the Australian Open. Look at what she has done. First round defeats Sharif. Second round defeats 16th seed Kontaveit. Third round, she defeats 19th seed Alexandrova. Fourth round defeats number 4 seed French Caroline Garcia. And in the quarters, she takes down number 30 Karolina Pliskova. She likes taking down the Carolinas. Her has lost one set during her breakthrough fortnight. And look at this. I love this photo. Nicolette and I called this match, and we both kind of marveled at how much joy, the pure ecstatic joy she has. She drops her racket, puts her hands on her face. This is the moment that she won the match, and it was a great moment. Well done to Magda Linette. Okay, up next, the All-American battle. I called this match, and it was a pretty sweet match. Big boy tennis, lots of power, great composure from both players on serve. Again, I'm going to get into that with a little more in depth. So here we go. At the tennis letter saying, Paul beats Shelton 7-6, 6-3, 5-7, 6-4 at the Australian Open. One thing I'm sure of, everyone will miss Ben's big smile for the rest of the AO, but he'll be back. Tommy is the first American man into the semifinal at the Australian Open since Roddick back in 2009. So what's that? 14 years. Wow. Last American standing. Welcome to your moment, Tommy. And here you go with the white New Balance cap, eyes bulging. Like, what have I just done? Well, you've made it to the semis, my friend, and you will be facing perhaps the greatest player to ever pick up a racket. But hey, enjoy this first, because it's one of those things that you must do when you are doing well. Okay, another one from this match. I really just like this because, as you may have been able to tell watching me on the channel and on Kavi's Corner, I love camaraderie. I love great sportsmanship. I love integrity. And check this out. Tommy Paul, this is from Gasper Ribeiro Lanca, or Lancha. Apologies if I mess that up, at Gasper Lanca there. Tommy Paul and Ben Shelton sharing a moment in the player gym after their quarterfinal match. And look at that smile from Ben Shelton. That is like a genuine smile. He's not sitting there like, oh, hey, good game. Like he's like, I mean, I had the time of my life, and thank you for, being a part of it with me. So great sportsmanship from both and their coaches. True affection, and I'm really, really stoked to see that after a very well fought match. All right, now last one here before we get into some match analysis is, can you guess what the next one is? I'm going to give you 5 seconds while I look through some of these comments. Actually, check this out. We got a comment here from Game to Love saying, join YouTube membership. Like I said, we're trying to hit 50K. We're only about 400 away. So please help us get there. We can do it by the end of this tournament. Skiing saying, hi, Kavi in chat. How you doing, Skiing? Always great to have you in the chat. We got Kathy as well saying, Kavi. Kathy, right back at you. Thank you for joining. She says, I'm not going to hang. I'm not a Novak fan. Funny. Love it. And then we got my man Peter Zaremba, also a light in our chat. Always brings the light, brings the flavor. He says, Kavi, with some exclamation points. Great to have you, my friend. Okay, so did you guess what the last segment was? Who guessed it? Anyone guess it? Well, here it was. It's my shameless plug that I do every single day. It's called the 5-Set Frenzy. So if you want to follow me on Twitter at Love Tennis, the O's are zeros because zero is love in tennis. And check it out. Aussie Open, Day 10, 5-Set Frenzy. There is none. Cry emoji at GTL Tennis. Hopefully we'll have, we have potentially for 3 more 5-Set Frenzies. How crazy would that be? So yeah, anyways, that's what we're doing here. Real quick, going to get back into the comments. And let's see. Ghost says, you learn that kind of camaraderie in college, not in the academies. Yeah, that's a pretty good point. These guys play college tennis. I know Ben Shelton did, of course, and they have like a very team atmosphere, obviously. So yeah, there you go. Let's see here. Peter saying, Ghost, hey, what's going on? Vims25 says, can Steph stop Novak? Steph is playing a slightly more confident brand of tennis, but I still think that Novak, the way he's playing, unless something changes in his momentum and his energy, I still have Novak on that one. All right, let's get into some match analysis. So we're going to kick it off with my girl, Sabalenka versus Donna Vekic. All right, here we go. Now, I'm going to get into my notes and let you know what happened in this match. So what I have is sloppy start, tons of break point chances for both players here. So Sabalenka breaks to love in the fourth game, takes a 3-1 lead in the first set. All right, now game 5, Saba serves. She's down love 40, saves 2 break points, but not a third, as Vekic comes back and makes gets back on serve. So now 2-3. All right, game number 6, Vekic serving, saves 2 break points and wins a nervy game with 4 deuces. All right, so long game. They're playing lots of long games to start this match. All right, game 7, we got Saba serving. She's down 15-40, saves 2 break points. Then again, she's down an advantage. So ends up saving 3 break points in that one. Another nervy game. Now, what I wrote was, in this game specifically, and leading up to this point in the match, was Vekic with great footwork. Both players taking the ball at the baseline. At least at the beginning, that would change, and I'll get into that as well. The rallies were fast, and they were great rallies. Let's see here, and yeah, there was one beautiful ripper of a backhand. So Sabalenka hit this out wide serve, a first serve. She got all of it, and Vekic timed it perfectly and ripped a backhand right back at her. Like, even Sabalenka was like, what the heck just happened? So anyways, but in the end, Saba saves that game after facing 3 break points, and she is up 4-3. So 4-3. It took 51 minutes to play those 7 games because, like I was saying, lots of long games, 4 deuce games, 3 deuce games. Okay, here we go. Now into game 8. We have Vekic serving. She serves her 8th double fault. Yes, 8th game. That means her 4th service game. She hits her 8th double fault to open the game. Then she hits her 9th double fault at 30-all to go down 30-40. And Saba breaks off a big backhand return that Vekic cannot touch. So 5-3 now for Saba. She is serving for the set. And now Sabalenka hits her 5th double fault of the set to make it 15-all. Now she's down 30-40. Break point saves that. Now she has her very first set point of the day. And this is interesting. Now I wrote, she goes, first set point. She has second serve, and her second serve was very nervy. It went off the tape and landed in for a let. But the reason I wrote this down is because Sabalenka instantly, genuinely smiled. So instead of being like, oh my God, that was really close, and nerves on her face, she just smiled like, Saba doing Saba things. But she was comfortable with it. And there was something in that smile that showed me that she, a lot of the double fault sort of issues she had, how she's overcome those, and how she reacts in like a very genuine, positive way on such a tense moment. So I thought that was really, really big. Vekic does save 1 set point with a beauty backhand winner up the line. Second set point, Sabalenka forces Vekic to hit a lob, and Sabalenka smashes it. Actually, Vekic is trying to run to the ball, but Saba literally hits her with the ball. So takes the set, and a little insult to the injury, and first set goes to Sabalenka. So some notes on the set overall. I wrote, nervy set from both, long service games, lots of double faults, Vekic 9 of them. Sabalenka, power, started moving Vekic back a little bit towards the end of the set. So around like the 8th or 9th game, Sabalenka really started to get a rhythm. And instead of both of them being at the baseline, playing power, trying to take advantage and push the other person back, Sabalenka was winning that battle, pushing Vekic back a little bit more and more. So here we go. Second set. Vekic serving in game 1, 10th double fault at 40-30 to get to deuce. Sabalenka has 2 break points in this game, converts on the second one with a forehand winner and lets out a roar. So that's when you're like, okay, Saba's starting to feel it. Game 2, Sabalenka serving, finding her rhythm, big forehands, coming in bunches, pushing Vekic back, and then with the killer forehand winner at the end of several of these rallies, 2 or 3 of them here, holds for 2 love. Now, Vekic serving, she's down love 2, and it's love 40. She saves 3 break points, but then 11th double fault of the match brings up another break point, and Saba makes no mistake, big backhand return winner, and now she's up 3 love in the second set. All right, now Sabalenka, she's serving now at 3 love, and now she's down love 40, double fault for break to love. And now we're at 3-1 Sabalenka. All right. Game 5, we have Vekic serving. Saba power baseline tennis, I wrote. She had a break point at 30-40, was saved. But the second break point, again, Sabalenka converts. So now she's up 4-1, and she's in cruise mode. Solid service game, capped off by an ace to end the next one for Sabalenka. So now she's up 5-1. Now Vekic serving at 1-5. She holds for a 2-5 scoreline there. Now Sabalenka serving for the match. She hits her double fault number 8 when it's 30-all and faces a break point. But a big serve to get out of that. Comes back unreturned. An easy point there. And points weren't as easy for her. Again, I'll get into that a little bit. Double fault number 9 at deuce for break point number 2 of the game. But again, she saves it. And then on her first match point, she finally gets the first match point. She gets a short ball at the net, backhand winner, and there you go. Game, set, match. She takes it 6-3, 6-2, and will face Magda Linette in the final 4 in the semis, y'all. So here we go. This is what I had. Overall match notes. Tough serving day for Vekic. Saba rolls on to her toughest win so far. And the reason I say it was her toughest win is because she wasn't at her best. And this is what great tennis players can do. They can win matches when they're not playing their best. So the scoreline reads 6-3, 6-2. But like I said, a lot of sloppy play until the rhythm was found. And then later on, very late in the first set, Sabalenka really got her forehand going and really started controlling the play from the baseline. I think if Vekic had a better serving day, I should say, it could have been a much better game, a much closer game, a match, I should say, altogether. But yeah, so what else did I have here? Vekic. Oh yeah, another thing. Vekic was great on the return. Sabalenka had was getting tons of aces and easy points in her first 4 matches. In this one, different story. Vekic was really solid on the return and wasn't giving up those easy points. And then what else do I have? All right. So interestingly, there was no love holds in this game, in this match. I thought that was interesting. Another thing, there were 2 breaks to love. We had 60 combined unforced errors, and we had 22 combined double faults. That was 13 Vekic, 9 for Sabalenka. But hey, I want you to know that Sabalenka, she wasn't getting the double faults like a mental glitch like she was doing before. She was just not in rhythm. So it wasn't one of those where she just piling 2, 3, 4 in a row. It was actually Vekic doing that. And then one last thing I wanted to add, going into this match, Vekic was 5-1 versus Sabalenka. Now Sabalenka brings it a little closer, 2-5. All right, so that is the first one. Let's see here. You know what? I'm just going to quickly go through some comments. We've got, let's see if there's anything about this one. We got Vim saying, I might cry if Sabalenka wins this. Peter Zaremba saying, I might cry too, but good for Sabalenka as well. And then regarding the other semifinalist, Magda Linette, it says, sorry, I don't know how to say that first word. Magda, won't be easy, but let's go. Yes, I agree. And skiing, another gracious tip from Skiing. Thank you very much. He says, Kavi, are you going to be commentating as a GTL after the on GTL after the AO? Yes, I hope so. I definitely would love to and plan to. Yeah, that's something I'd love to do, and maybe even try to figure something out about a weekly Cubbies Corner, maybe, potentially. Nothing is set in stone, but everything's on the table, so let's see. And Peter saying, Cubby, brilliant as always. Hope you stick around the corner when AO is over. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate the love from everyone. Another one here, Lexi saying, hello, Cubby, just dropping by to say hi. See you soon. Already hit like. Thank you. And please follow in her footsteps. Give us a like if you can. Share, comment. Love the engagement. And again, 50,000 subscribers. That's what we're going for on our YouTube channel. Only 400 away. Can we do it before the Australian Open's over? I believe so, with your help. Okay, I'm going to get back into the match analysis. And this time we are going with the All-American matchup. We'll get to some more comments in a bit. We're doing pretty good on time. Try to usually keep these in half an hour, and we got about 11 minutes. So pretty nice. All right, here we go. Let's get into Paul versus Shelton. So my notes here. First First set, big hitting, lots of short rallies, serve dominance. So Shelton faces a break point serving at 1-all, saves it, and it would be the only break point that either of them sees in the whole first set, as both solidly holding to the tiebreak. Tiebreak, here we go. More of the same, I write, as each player holds serve until Shelton gets the first mini gets mini broken for the first time at 6-all. So right after the changeover there, and now Paul has a 7-6 lead, and he's got the set on his racket and makes no mistake, serves it out, takes the set 6-8 in the tiebreak, or 8-6, I should say, in the tiebreak. So 1 set to the more experienced Tommy Paul. Tommy Paul, by the way, 25 years old. Ben Shelton, just 20. All right, here we go. Second set, I have tidy serving again until the fourth game, where Shelton faces his first break point of the set and saves it for a 2-2 scoreline. Next game, Tommy Paul faces his first 2 break points of the entire match. So very solid for a set and a bit here. Finally faces some break points, but saves both, takes a 3-2 lead. Now game 6 sees Shelton broken for the first time in an incredible 68 straight service games. So this guy held 68 times in a row without getting broken. And this is a 20-year-old in his second Grand Slam ever, first time in Australia, first time out of the country, out of the United States. So very impressive, the nerve of a young 20-year-old into his 5th round of a major, and he saved this many. I just thought that was a phenomenal stat. However, Paul cruises on for here after he, I should go back. So Shelton does get broken for the first time in 68 service games and loses, and he's down 2-4 now. Now Paul cruises for the rest of the set and takes it 6-3. Now, third set, here we go. We're on serve with no breaks until 3-3 in the set. So up until this point, Paul was cruising. He only gave up 3 points in his first 3 service games. Very different story for Shelton. He was facing a barrage of break points. He faced 4 of them in those first 3 games, but he acquitted himself well. And then finally, the dam breaks at 3-all here. Shelton serving, and he gets broken for 3-4. Now, right away, Shelton's like, you know what? I'm not happy with that. I'm going to break you right back, and does just that. So now we are back on serve 4-all. Now another gutsy service game at 4-all for Shelton, saving another 3 break points, because that would have had, if he had been broken in either of those 3 points, Tommy Paul would have had the chance to serve out the match. Now, does not happen as Shelton acquits himself beautifully again on serve, saving those 3 break points, and now 5-4 Shelton. Okay, now we have Paul serving at 5-6, and he's up 30 love, so just 2 points away from tiebreak, and bam, all of a sudden Shelton wakes up, ends up taking 4 of the next 5 points, and out of nowhere steals the set. This set had tiebreak written all over it, but in about a 90-second span, maybe 2-minute span, Shelton just turned it on its ear, and there you have it. Takes a surprise 7-5 third set. So great efforts, keeping himself alive. And we go on to a fourth set. Here we go. I got fourth set. Paul is on his toes right off the bat as he breaks right away. So we have a 1-love lead. And now basically we have tidy service matches, no break points for anyone. And we catch up here in the 9th game where Shelton is serving at 3-5. He saves a match point while winning a very nervy 3-deuce game. So 3-5, and he had 1 match point against him, and he saved it on his serve. Really well done. Again, the nerves on this kid, unbelievable. Now we have Paul serving for the match at 5-4, gets to 40-15 real quick, and only needs 1 more match point to end it. He takes it, game, set, match. Tommy Paul in 4, and it was quite a great match for sure. Tommy Paul was really, really exceptional on his serve. I didn't realize that he could be this good on his serve. So I'm going to go over some stats, because I think in this specific match, there are some stats that tell us a story. So I have aces are 7 for Paul, 24 for Ben Shelton, the 20-year-old 6'4" kid who can serve up to 140 miles an hour. Double faults, 3 for Paul, 6 for Shelton. We've got first serve percentage with 66 Paul, 58 Shelton. Now, this is a really big stat line coming up. First serve points won. a staggering 86% for the match for Tommy Paul. That is phenomenal. Really, really strong on his serve. And nothing to slouch at here. Shelton was 76%, but 86 is an incredible number for a 4-set match. Okay, second serve points won. This is also a big storyteller. 68% of his second serve points won for Tommy Paul to only 49 for Shelton. So what that shows me, that stat specifically, it shows a level of composure and experience that Tommy Paul can draw upon in those moments. And then one other stat I want to throw out here. This is very impressive. Again, the 20-year-old youngster saved 12 out of 15 breakpoint opportunities. So again, great effort from Paul. Great showing at his first Australian Open. Wonderful run, and I'm going to go ahead and say this kid has a bright future. Someone asked me during the match, the stream, they said, hey, do you think Lehechka or Shelton has a higher ceiling? And I'm extremely impressed with Lehechka. I think I said Shelton, but I'm not confident in that call. So both of them have very bright futures, and tennis is in good hands. All right, y'all, let's go to the final match of the day that we're going to do a little bit of analysis on, and then we'll get to the players of the day and some comments and some just tidy score lines. All right, y'all, so now the big one, Novak Djokovic versus Andrei Rublev. Okay, so this is what I have in my notes. Novak put on a clinic. That's what I'm going to tell you guys. Novak razor sharp out of the gate with his typical pinpoint accuracy, incredible movement, both on defense and especially while converting defense to attack. He had Rublev's head spinning. Cruises through his service games while putting pressure on Rublev's serve relentlessly and right off the bat. So I have Rublev places break points in all his service games and gets broken in games 4 and 6. So those are his second and third service games, giving Novak a 5-1 lead. Novak faces his first pressure while serving for the set at 5-1, saving 2 break points from Rublev and eventually holding for a 6-1 set. Okay, second set. First 4 games were even. Each player holds serve easy. Now at 2-all, Rublev goes down love 40, saves 1 break point, but Novak would not let him do another one, and Novak takes a 3-2 lead on the break. Now, Rublev tries to break right back, puts in a great effort, but Novak wouldn't have it, saves 2 break points, and continues to keep that pressure on Rublev as he takes a 4-2 set lead. Now, Novak smells blood in the water, breaking real quick for a 5-2 lead. Now I have Novak serves for the set, has 2 set points that Rublev fends off admirably. Then Rublev works his way to a break point, but Novak says, sorry, I am not going to let you do that. I need to finish the set real quick. So Novak takes 3 more set points. So after he saves the break point, they're back to deuce, and then he has 3 more set points, does Novak. Rublev saves 2 of them, but the third one he cannot. And so Novak takes a 6-2 lead in 6-2 set for a 2-set-to-love lead. Now, third set, we got Rublev serving first, and the pressure does not stop. Like I said, the word relentless is all about Novak on this day. First, let's see, does not stop as Novak breaks on his third break point of the game, takes a 1-love lead. Now both players settle in, giving up pretty much nothing on serve as we get now towards the end. It said I had what here. Rublev would face and hold 1 break point in game 3. So that was the only kind of pressure after he got broken. And Novak faces nothing in the third set in terms of break points. Now Novak serving at 5-4, hold to love, boom, game set match. Novak going to his 10th semifinal, and he's 9-0 in semifinals, and he's 9-0 in finals there. So pretty much has never ever lost a match at Australian Open after making it through the quarterfinals. So unbelievable. He will face Tommy Paul. So this is what I have for notes. Novak relentless. Again, that's what I was saying. That's the word. Frustrating Rublev all evening. The variety of serve from Novak was magnificent. So I looked up this interesting stat. The range of kilometers per hour between Novak's fastest second serve and his slowest second serve was 36 kilometers. So imagine you're Rublev and you're thinking, okay, second serve's coming and they'd be coming at, this pace. And boom, now Novak brilliantly, takes tons of pace, takes 20, 30 kilometers off, and basically throws an off-speed pitch. And he keeps throwing these in at these unbelievably smart, high IQ moments. And it just had Rublev screaming. He was yelling up at his box a couple of times. And then I also wrote staggering defense from Djokovic. The movement was amazing. The hamstring seems to be something long forgotten now in this tournament. And then another unbelievable stat, and this is not something you always expect from Novak. He has only been broken 3 times in 5 matches in this tournament. So unbelievable. So what I wrote to finish it off, overall dominance from Novak, taking 3 sets in 2 hours and 5 minutes. So there you have it, folks. Novak Djokovic, the absolute monster. Just having a phenomenal tournament. A little bit shaky in terms of injury stuff at the beginning, but no longer, as he looks A-okay. All right, we're going to do a quick checkup on the comments. Oh, my man GSL is in the comments. Gary says, Kavi rocks. As with other commentators, he's getting more and more comfortable all the time, thanks to us. That's very true. Thank you, Gary. And I appreciate the kind words. And another one from Skiing, another $5 tip. Thank you again, Skiing. You're such a generous person, and I'm so grateful for you, and I'm grateful for all of you in the chat and the entire GTL fam. I love the camaraderie, and I love the conversations we get to have. Another one. Let's see. Gary saying, Skiing, you are star of the day from the GTL family side. Absolutely. And Skiing responds, thanks, Gary. Absolutely. We've got, is it Lilia or Ilya Zivic saying Novak is the best. No argument there, my friend. He is phenomenal. Gary asking, Tommy Paul has the goods to be top 20 or even top 10? No. Definitely, I think he could be top 20. I was really impressed with his serve and how he protected it. Something I didn't really realize that he was that dominant at, especially against a pretty good lefty in Ben Shelton. I mean, Shelton's not necessarily known for his return as much as his serve, but I was still really impressed with how well, like 86% first serve and 68% on the second serve for a 4-set match. That's a holding. Like saving some big points there. Okay, we got M's in the house saying, hey, Kavi, friends, GTL. Gary saying Novak is ridiculous. You bet your bottom dollar he is. M saying poor Ruby never had a chance. No, he did not. Hassan Ahmed asking, who will win the tournament in your opinion? I'm going with Novak Djokovic, and I'm going with Arina Sabalenka on the women's side. Cedric saying, big up, Kavi, with the thumb. Big up to you, my friend, and thank you. Speaking of thumbs up, please give us a like if you're on the stream. Also, try and hit 50,000 subs on our channel overall. Only 400 away. We want to hit that before this tournament is over. All right, y'all. We're gonna do quickly. Just gonna give you a tidy look at the scores all in one spot. So here we are on the actually, let me just really quickly take that down. Boom. All right. So real tidy, just so you can see the score lines. Quarterfinals from yesterday. So we got Tommy Paul taking out Shelton. The official scoreline was 7-6, 6-3, 5-7, 6-4. And then we had Novak with a very clean sweep of Andrei Rublev, 6-1, 6-2, 6-4. On the women's side, we had Arina Sabalenka taking out Donna Vekic, 6-3, 6-2. And Karolina Pliskova falls to Magda Linette, a very impressive 6-3, 7-5 victory. Yeah, really nicely done there from Linette. Okay, upcoming today, it's all about the women. Semifinals action here. We've got Elena Rybakina versus Victoria Azarenka. That's a nice matchup. And then Linette faces Arina Sabalenka. So there you have it. These are both going to be evening matches. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do these because they're both, I think the first one starts after midnight for me. So I think that's little more conducive to the I think our European commentators, but we'll see. Potentially might be on there, but I'm going to go ahead and probably guess not for today. Okay, we'll take that up. Now you know what it's all about. We're down to the last part of the Covey's Corner, and that is player of the day. Who do you think was my male player of the day? We got 10 seconds, and in between, I'm just going to play this comment from Maria saying, thanks again, Covey. Great analysis. See you later. Have a great day, Maria. Thank you for joining in. So who do you think was my player of the day on the men's side? Pretty obvious, y'all. Goes by the name of Joker. And we've got Garud over here asking, does Tsitsipas have a chance to beat Novak in final? I think it can happen. I mean, it's not 100% guarantee that, Novak's going to win. I just think that the way he's playing, it's going to be really tough to derail him. But what I will say is I think this is going to be Stefanos Tsitsipas's best chance so far to do so. That's what I'll say there. Cedric, you were right. It was Nole. And how about on the women's side, y'all? Gary was right as well. Who do we got? Gary making the guess already. Gary, you're 2 for 2, my friend. Here we go. Saba.
Saba, 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 Saba. Saba, Sabalenka. Saba, 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 Saba. Let's go, Sabalenka.
All right, y'all. That's Sabalenka, player of the day on the women's side for me. Linette also could have got it, honestly. She played really well, but I thought Sabalenka deserved it because winning a match when you're not at your best is very hard to do, especially against other high-level pros late in a tournament. So that's why I gave that to her. And one last comment here before I call it, I think. Tommy Paul could cause issues for Novak. Yeah, he's got some power. I just think that if Novak wasn't such a good mover, I think Tommy Paul might be able to, because Tommy Paul's got great variety. He was pulling Shelton off the court with some really tight forehands and backhands that were like right at the line, and he had the confidence to pull them off in big moments. So he's got game. He's got game. I don't think it's going to be enough in the end, but definitely, Novak's he's going to have to play well, and he will. Okay, there we go, folks. I'm going to call it. I think we're a little over today. But I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for joining me for day 10 of Covey's Corner. I will be back tomorrow. Not sure if I'll be calling any matches today, but stay tuned to the channel, the Game to Love podcast channel. We will be showing the semifinals on the women's side. So enjoy the tennis for today. We'll see you in about 24 hours for day 11, Covey's Corner. I am Covey, and I'm saying take care. Peace.
It's Covey's Corner.
Give it a like. I said give it a like. Leave a little comment, share the video, and hit subscribe. That's right.
It's your boy.
Check out this other video.